What's up guys? So a lot of you have been noticing I've been eating a lot of Quest bars lately, especially this chocolate chip cookie dough as well as the s'mores. Now, I was dead set on this being my all-time favorite, but s'mores is making a run for the title, so we're gonna hold off on that. It might just be because it's a little bit newer, maybe because it's just different because I've been eating the chocolate chip cookie dough so often, but nonetheless, every time I show it to you guys, inevitably someone comments you need to try the Muscle Pharm Combat Crunch Bar because it's better than the Quest bar. I have a hard time believing that, but I went out and bought one just to try, and I'm real excited to do this because it has essentially the same macros as the Quest bar, and if you guys are telling me that it somehow tastes better, then I'm gonna be pretty impressed. So we're gonna give it a go here. And this is the cinnamon twist. I was going back and forth because I feel like to do a true comparison, I should have gotten like a cookie dough or s'mores combat bar if they have them. But when I saw the cinnamon twist, I knew that I had to try it. So we're gonna see. Okay. I admit that I am impressed. That is fantastic. Now, is it better than the Quest bar? That's the question. Huh. So, like I said, it's not really a fair comparison. It is better than some of the Quest bars that I've had, especially because some of the Quest bars I've had I didn't like. But I am not ready to say that it is better than this chocolate chip cookie dough or the s'mores bar. But it is good. I'm not denying that at all. So I need to get my hands on like a Quest equivalent if they have these flavors. Here's the thing I'm gonna say, guys. What's my biggest knock against Quest? How expensive they are. And this bar, at least where I got it, I think it was a GNC, was $1.50 more than the Quest bar. This bar was $3.50. So if I'm saying that Quest is expensive, to pay $1 more, 50% more almost, that's crazy. Unless there's some special deals out there that I don't know about. That is, I don't know that it's worth it. I don't know, but it is good. I mean, it's different too. I don't think I've ever had a Quest bar that tastes like this. So would I recommend this? Absolutely, but can I recommend it over this guy? I don't think that I'm ready to do that just yet, but let me know in the comments below what other flavors are good for the Combat Crunch Bar. And also, is there any reasonable place to buy them? $3.50 for one of these things? Come on.
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
Hey, what's up, rich homies? It's good to talk to you. I was all about this time change when I got an extra hour of sleep, but now that it's dark outside every single day when I get home, I don't know how much I'm liking it. But what I was going to do was run upstairs and change my shirt because this is just the white t-shirt that I wear underneath my dress clothes. I figured if I'm going to talk to you guys, I should look presentable, right? But then it didn't happen. I started thinking about other things because I have very deep thoughts when I get home from work. And one of the things that was running through my mind as I was contemplating changing this shirt was Crime Mob, White Tee. If you guys remember that song from back in the day.
I look clean in my white tee. I slang in my white tee. I bang in my white tee. All in the club, spin game in my white tee.
And obviously that song was garbage, but I'm convinced that your favorite music will always be when you were from like 14 to 20 years old. Those are some memories that you'll just never be able to replace. So when I think about music that was popular when I was in high school, it always brings me back to a good place. Even if it's a ridiculous song like White Tee, then they did like Black Tee, Pink Tee. Should I tell you guys this? Should we go there? See, I used to dress in like tall tees. I had like, oh my gosh, I wish I still kept pictures. I was just talking to some friends about this the other day because I tried to destroy all the evidence, but I was pretty hood in my appearance. It was weird because I still acted the same, but I was all about it. All about the hip hop lifestyle, I guess you could call it. So anyway, I made this video, let's see, I made it 2 days ago now, and I was doing all pizza food, so hopefully it won't be on my channel, it'll be on another channel, but I'm sure you guys will see it. So I was looking through some things, and usually I never follow recipes ever because I don't have this stuff here, and it honestly takes a lot of time to go look up recipes, but I ran across this pizza dip that seems really easy. It's like 3 different ingredients. I figured I'd give it a try. Hopefully it'll turn out well. maybe a few more than 3 ingredients, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this cup of almond milk, just throw it in here. They used regular milk, but oh lordy, I don't know that that's supposed to happen. They use regular milk and full fat cheeses and all that stuff, and obviously I'm gonna try to make this a little bit more macro friendly, so I use fat-free cream cheese, and this is actually full fat cheese. I don't buy reduced fat cheese or fat-free cheese, maybe reduced fat, but not fat-free because it tastes like rubber and it's very expensive. You'd be amazed how difficult this is to do one-handed. So I'm gonna throw the cream cheese in here, maybe. I've never actually used one of these things before. I just figured it'd be pretty appropriate right now. So you're gonna whip it around.
Watch me whip, hey. Now watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay nay. Why me do it? Now watch me
Whip it real hard, whip it real hard.
We're gonna throw some Parmesan cheese in here. I don't really know how much. I'm gonna say this is about, I don't know, 4 servings maybe.
Whip it real hard, whip it real hard.
Last but not least, let's throw our cheese in here, and then we'll just whip it around a few more times.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
So I think I already messed up for 2 reasons. One, I used almond milk instead of regular milk, and almond milk is a lot runnier, so I should have used half the amount, but I used the full cup, and I didn't let it simmer long enough, so it's supposed to be a lot thicker, I believe. But can't really do much about that now, so we're just gonna keep going on with the process. So it's supposed to be a pizza dip, but it really doesn't look like the picture that I saw, but does it ever? And you're supposed to dip like garlic bread or something in there. Of course I don't have that, so I'm going to be dipping Ritz crackers. So let's try this stuff out. It exceeded my expectations. Take that for what it's worth. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not the best thing I've ever had, but anytime you add cheese and marinara sauce, it's gonna be good. So quick life tip for you guys. If you dislike crowded gyms as much as I do, go to the gym on Sunday. Make it a workout day, because every gym I've ever been to from probably freshman year of high school until now has never had a crowd at the gym on Sunday. So hopefully it's the same where you're at. Now I am feeling very beat up. All these high reps are definitely taking a toll on my body, waking up extremely sore, especially in my glute area. It's not only because of the high reps, it's also because I've been doing different variations. So conventional deadlift, high bar squatting, just something that my body isn't used to, but it will adapt. So we're gonna go in there, get loosened up, hit the next workout. So here's one exercise I'd never even heard of until I saw Garrett doing them on his channel. These are called the pause above parallel squat. Now when I read it, I was like, wait, I'm not even supposed to squat to depth? I'm supposed to just squat above parallel? Why would I want to squat like Brandon Campbell? And then I saw him doing it. I was like, okay, I get it. That makes sense. But I will say these felt extremely awkward. I'm talking blind date awkward, more awkward than running into your ex at the mall. It was hard to get the motion down, the movement pattern, because I kept wanting to pause in the hole, and then I was like pausing again. I was like, wait, what is going on? But I finally got it down after a few warm-up sets. And so you'll see the point that I'm pausing is actually the point that I failed a rep at, and that's the point of it, to make me stronger when I get to there so I can grind through the rep, or hopefully not even have to grind through it, hopefully just have the strength to push through where I usually am not able to get the weight up. So once I got through this, it felt pretty good. I finished off with an AMRAP set, and then I moved into some close grip bench press, and that is something you are going to see a lot in this program, and you're just going to see a lot of pressing in general. In fact, I'm bench pressing every single workout. But keep in mind, it's going to be varying degrees of intensity, of rep ranges, of numbers of sets. A lot of times I'll just be doing maybe 2 sets of one exercise. But it'll be interesting to see how the increased frequency plays out for me. I think it's something that I will be able to use to my advantage, because I'm able to recover from a bench press a lot faster than something like a deadlift, obviously. And we'll just see. I've never benched with this much frequency before. And it ends up being a lot of volume, but when you're on that specific day, it really doesn't feel too bad. But then maybe 2 or 3 days later, you're like, man, I can't believe I actually have to bench press again. So I finished up with the close grip bench, and then I moved into something similar to a Spoto press, but it's a rack press. So I set the pins to about, I tried to get as close to 4 inches off of my chest as I can. Now again, this is the point that I missed the rep. So we are doing some weak point training here, and it is something that I have to get used to. As you can see, I'm kind of all over the place. I really need to work on keeping my body tight throughout the entire movement, but it's something that I kind of just need to adjust to over time. So that is going to be the end of the workout. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate that, and I'll talk to you soon. So you guys have probably figured this out by now. I am not into the low carb thing, but I figured to help you guys out, maybe generate some ideas, I will do a low carb dinner. And this just goes to show that you don't need a recipe, you don't need to get fancy. Just mix and match what you have in your kitchen. It'll be all right. Just get a little bit creative. Here's just about everything we're going to be using. First, I'm just gonna take one of these Laughing Cow cheeses and let it hang on this broccoli for a minute or two. So maybe just try to bury it, then it'll melt, and then you can spread it around once it does. Then we just added some carrots and some onions and celery. I'm gonna throw this in the microwave actually, just for like 2 minutes, just because I don't like a lot of cold things to be touching my hot food. So just to get it a nice lukewarm temperature. So then we got a hamburger, pepperoni, and cheese. And the cool thing about this is that I get to use my favorite kitchen utensil. And then the last thing I'm gonna add is some marinara sauce. Throw it in the microwave for another minute, and doesn't that look delicious? See, it's not that hard. You get all this volume, it tastes delicious. You don't even have to go out and buy anything special. You just gotta think outside the box a little bit. You can do it. I have faith in you guys. And obviously, I don't need to be going low carb, and I will definitely be making up for those carbs in my next meal. And speaking of that, the bulk. Let's do a little bit of an update here, because the bulk is actually, it's working. The bulk is doing well. I'm at 184, 185 pounds right now, depending on what day it is, or depending on how stupid I eat the night before. But I feel good. I'm not as hungry as I'm used to being, which is always nice. Like today, so last night was crazy because I ate so much food. And then today was a busy day at work, so I ate breakfast and I worked straight through lunch, and this was my first meal since, let's see, probably like 7:15 a.m. and now it's literally 7:15 p.m. I swear I didn't mean to do that, but exactly 12 hours later. So there's no way I could have done that without being in a caloric surplus. And the workouts, they're going extremely well. I would hate to do Garrett's workouts in a caloric deficit because they're very demanding, very high volume. Today I hit AMRAP sets on both the closed grip bench press and the deficit deadlifts, and everything's just feeling good. Obviously I'm a little bit sore, but that's just because of the volume that I am doing. And I'm enjoying it. I'm able to eat more food, which I always like, and obviously I'm not shredded, but I never was in the first place, so what am I missing out on? And you know, just listening to more people talk, doing my own research, you really do probably need to put on a little bit more weight to really optimize strength gains. Now, I've talked about this before where I don't do a lot of things optimally, but I'm trying here. So all things considered, I'm enjoying it, going well. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Really nothing else has changed. Like I said, it's not like I can give you too many updates. I think my numbers will be going up when I finally get around to testing them. I'm just doing some higher rep work right now, but I am improving from week to week, so that's always good. That's gonna be the end of the video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please like the video if you did. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. You could have been doing anything you wanted, and you spent this 10, 12 minutes with me. I appreciate that, guys. I'll talk to you next time.
Oh,